y'all. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Shamika and this is Check the Rhymes. Yes, y'all see the t-shirt. I gotta flex on y'all sometimes. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I am super excited that you're here. As always, we have an amazing show lined up for you today, and that is the critically hailed saxophonist Mike Phillips is joining me today, and we're going to talk about his new album, Pulling Off the Covers, and I have to know about him working with McKnight, Stevie Wonder, and like all the collaborations that can be found on this album. So stay tuned, you don't want to miss it. Joining me today, I have Mike Philly, aka Mike Phillips, joining me today. Welcome to Check the Rhymes. How are you?
Yeah, I am good. How's everything?
Good. You know what? But even with all this going on, I'm like, all is well.
Yeah, we're in the state of pandemia.
Right? Now, listen, I checked you out. It was at a show in Atlanta. I want to say it was it might have been in December. No,
okay.
Does that sound right? I don't know if it was in December. I know it was cold outside.
Yeah. All I know is I had a jacket on.
Yeah. And it was cute.
See, there you go.
But I was so blown away. Like, that was my first time seeing you live. And I was just like, no, I don't want him to get off the stage. He's got to finish, come back. But you were amazing.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
I love what I do, so it makes it easy to do something. Meanwhile, you're loving it, and you're watching people that love what you do while you're loving it. It's a win-win.
Right, exactly. And you can tell that you love it when I was watching, I was like, oh, he's having fun up there. And that makes a difference when yes. You can tell when someone's loving what they do. So, yes, you know what I got to talk about today? Pulling Off the Covers. Now, okay, my mind went there with the title.
Mine did too. So
you got to tell me, how did you come up with that? And like, were you planning kind of for people to think like, wait a minute?
Yeah, well, you know what? A cover song is it's just a cover. You cover an existing song. So I wanted to pull it off my way, mm-hmm. and also take off the surface, pull off the cover.
Right.
The song that I covered. And, get into, I want to get into bed with it. I want to make sure that I have a relationship with the song and I'm close to the song enough where we do some different things. It doesn't toy with the integrity of the song, but it just adds a different flavor to it. So that's the whole idea behind Pulling Off the Covers. Pulling off the covers off of the cover.
I love it. Because at first I was like, does this mean what I think it means? But then I was listening to the songs. I was like, I get it.
But some people haven't yet, though. Yeah. So.
Not everybody puts on their thinking caps. How did you decide like which songs you wanted to cover and who to collab with? Because the list of people that you have on this album, I'm like, this is like an all-star album right here.
Oh man, it's like We Are the World all over again.
Right.
The songs were just songs that I loved. There wasn't no rhyme or research connected to the song. If it made me feel good, I wanted to do it.
Okay.
Flavor in Your Ear, we were going to school, that's what we was rocking.
Yeah.
Don't Ask My Neighbor is just the dopest classic on how, women are telling, men, to be grown. You running around here asking my neighbor, why don't you just come to me?
Exactly.
Action Keisha and Peanut and Pookie and Ray Ray. All you need to do is come to me. Here I go.
People don't like to communicate directly. Yeah, they like to go all the way around the world.
The emotion said, come to me.
Exactly.
Anything you want to know. By the way, I love you too. So like, come to me.
Right.
We can work this thing out.
Right.
Run around talking to Pookie and Ray Ray. Peanut, nothing them about. Watching You, I love Girl for Washington. So those songs, the songs that resonated with, you know, who I am, my heart, and something that I can get some flexibility in making the song different. That's what I reach for. But also, I'd have the list of the songs on one side, and then the things that I want to feel from those songs on the other. So Flavor on Your Ear on one side.
Right.
Harmonies of Take 6 and Manhattan Transfer on the other side. So now, how do you get from one side to the other? A line that has a whole bunch of creativity.
Yeah.
So the separation of the song and the feel that I wanted to accomplish created a beautiful relationship with the creativity I needed to have to get to that point.
Absolutely.
So the process of making this album was beautiful. It was beautiful.
So I have to know this. Like, I was like, I need to know the story behind it. How did you get Stevie Wonder to do the Flavor in Your Ear song? Like, how did that come about?
Well, you know, first of all, I let Stevie, you know, hear it. And I said, you know, I need you to play harmonica on one version and sing on the other. And he's like, you want me to do what?
Not the invitation.
Yeah, I know Stevie, but you know, Stevie had me when I was out of high school, so the relationship is strong as there. He's a friend, he's a mentor, he's just, you know, the quintessential example of a person that technically can't see, but written songs that allow us to see better than what we can, and we got all of our eyes.
Absolutely.
So, you know, so shout out to him and shows his level of humbleness too, because it's like, okay, who am I compared to him? Nobody. But it's like you look out for a homie, you got on the track, you played harmonica, and it just shows you what I need to pass down. Now, if Stevie did this for me, then when the next youngin comes to me, who am I to not give him an opportunity to have me on the track?
Right. So when I get ready to do my debut album, I know who to call.
Uh-oh, that is funny. Uh-oh. Oh, man, I am ready. You ready? Whenever you're ready to do that, I'm ready.
All right, let me find some musical talent first, and then I'll let you know. Well, I love that, and I love the video. Like, it's you know, it's funny how, like, during this pandemic, you're having to be creative, especially you have to take it to another level. So is that kind of how did you think about, like, when you were wanting to put together the video for it?
You know, it's no pressure now because everybody at home. Now, mind you, editing has to get stepped up.
Right.
But the whole production can get scaled down because, you know, we're at home. You get in front of your computer. You do what you have to do. And then you send it in, and then the editor does their thing. So, you know, I've had some great partners. One of them is Lavelle Productions, a video company owned by a woman. And then Heart and Hustle, who's another video company owned by my brother.
Okay.
Black-owned business. So,
Amen.
yeah, give some of these people a chance to show their greatness. So, as you know, people might consider me a great musician, but if I'm not hooking up with a great editor and a great videographer, then we can't team together like the Avengers.
Right.
All our gifts to be great. So my greatness is a microcosm of what it can be, and when other people have that same mentality of greatness getting together. So it's not just about, you know, look at the videos I came out with. It's look at the people who really worked hard to make sure those visuals represented the greatness that we as artists want to perpetuate and put out in the universe.
Right. Another video that I love is the one you have with Brian McKnight, Watching You. Like, and I love that you're like on a stage with your band, and then he's, you know, chilling in the house. Like,
yeah, exactly.
How did that come about?
And that's like, that's 2020 in the nutshell. It's like, we out here. Unfortunately, Brian couldn't make it, but do the technology.
Right.
We can be at home. He's like, nah, you know, I love y'all, but COVID is keeping my behind home.
Yeah,
So
right.
I'm just going to do this from home. So it's such a polar opposite of the big production over here and Brian just in his living room, just killing it. And it's almost like he's in this living room and it's kind of like matter of factish, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And you, okay.
He's like, let me log on and do this, do my
Yeah,
part.
exactly.
But it turned out great. It turned out
Okay.
great. And like you said, it represents 2020 very well.
Yeah, I can't do right now, but just let's improvise.
Exactly. Exactly. Let's see. What do you hope that people take away from the album?
Camaraderie, how artists can exist together without an ego and just get together and do what we love. The togetherness of us coming together and then speaking the language that everybody understands. And, if Avery needs me for something, guess what? I'll go out there and I rock on something for her. Eric Roberson needs me, I'm there.
Right.
Either James need me to rock on a song with her, I'm here. So it's like what this album represents is the removing of my people talk to your people.
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
It's just artists having fun and doing what we're doing in a time that's challenging.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't need all those people. We just need our instruments and music.
Absolutely. And I loved when you showed up at Club Quarantine.
Oh yeah, that was lit. So that was crazy. So shout out to D Nice. My pandemic grind has been a blessing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because of the people who, D Nice was so nice. I've known him for a minute. He was like, yo, jump on Club Quarantine. Here's my IG email and here's my password. So I logged in and played. It was so simple.
Yeah. Yeah. It was lit. I was like, go ahead.
Yeah. So we had fun. And I say this, that the shifting and the pivot has to be real.
Mm-hmm.
But also, COVID-19 is separating the hard workers and the hustlers
Yes.
from the Persian cats.
I agree. I was like, I've never worked this hard the past few months.
So I love Persian cats. They walk around, they have inflated sense of self-worth, nice
right.
coat that you gotta take it to the groomer every 2 days and knock on the crystal and it comes out and and then all of a sudden you got to tell the Persian cat that it's not living in the high-rise apartment overlooking the East River, but we have to go into this alley.
Right.
Now, guess who's in the alley? Me, Raheem Devine, the hustlers.
Mm-hmm.
And this alley cat, unfortunately, got its claws clipped by Clive Davis in the big industry.
Right.
And then you're used to just popping up and everybody's there watching you at a show.
Yeah.
And now, me, Raheem, Eric, we knocking over garbage cans and, we alley cats.
Yeah.
And I can climb up a tree. And unfortunately, the Persian cat, what happens is a rat goes by and they can't even catch him because you remember you got declawed.
That's true. I love this analogy.
So it is very essential to understand that COVID-19 has actually empowered the hustlers because we hustle the same way when COVID-19 wasn't even in existence.
That's true. That is very, very true.
So my thing is I'm thankful for the mindset of not having an inflated sense of self-worth.
Yes.
Where I just show up, things are going to be on automatic speed dial. I have musicians right now, well, I don't know what to do, but I'll just wait till the venue's open.
Nope. That's not how we do it. It's not how you do it.
If your paper long like that, do that. But, we out here hustling and not just hustling, but we're building a new fan base based on the circumstances that was given to us that we couldn't control.
Right.
Yeah, so I got a
Absolutely.
whole bunch of lemons, but I see that water over there too.
Mm-hmm.
If I climb up to the cupboard, I'll see if I'll get that sugar. And guess what?
Yeah.
Not only
Lemonade.
I'm making lemonade, but I'm selling it.
There you go. There you go. I love that so much. And I was just about to ask you if there was like some kind of affirmation that you tell yourself every day to keep pushing forward. But you know what? That analogy sums it up for me.
Yeah, I can climb up a tree. I can catch a bird. I didn't do anything to take away the hustle mentality that I always have to have, even when things are good.
Hmm. I love it. So what's next for you? What's next on the hustle?
Man, I'm, creating a business that's a sort of like a pandemic arm to what I do as a musician. So MVP, which is Mike Virtual Phillips, will be everything that will be a service to the virtual space, whether it's personal serenades to couples. Because what I'm finding is that you have, a husband hit me up and was like, man, I used to come seeing you play, but now, we got 25th year anniversary. So guess what I did? We worked out a deal and I did a 20-minute set just for them.
Oh, I love that. That's
And
sweet.
then, customized to them, talking to them, congratulate them. And guess what? Now you have that Mike Phillips media
Hmm.
that you own,
Yeah.
that every year you can cast to your television and move the
Hmm.
furniture out the way and dance to a concert that was just specified for you.
I love it. I love it.
So it's a lot of things that can happen in this pandemic, but one thing that's not going to happen is me not being on my grind and being lazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So MVP, Mike Virtual Phillips, is everywhere from just personal
Hmm.
to all the way up to corporate.
Well, how can people, if they're interested in doing something like that or something else, but how can they reach you?
Mike_Phillips at Instagram.
Okay.
And then
Awesome.
I'm Mike Phillips fan on Facebook. So just holler at me. I'm out here in the internet. I'm in the internet.
Out here in these internet streets.
Yeah, I'm in that internet street.
Well, thank you so much, Mike. I know I wish I could talk to you I could talk to you forever, but I know you gotta go. But thank you so much for stopping by Check the Rhymes, and we will definitely be checking out to see when you pop up in these internet streets, for your next virtual show or something.
Virtual streets.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can pop up anywhere. I'm a virtual gangster.
Ah. Virtual thug, Mike Philly.
Virtual thug with a little bit of hint of reality to it, though.
Right.